everybody, it's Jen and Jose from Lux Tech Travel, and today we're going to be doing a recap of the CES 2020 that we went to in Las Vegas and just giving you guys the inside scoop on the products that we saw and the vendors that we met with.
So we had a very, very productive week at CES. Jen, this was her first CES. This was my third CES, so I knew what to expect. We met a lot of content creators. We had a lot of fun. And we're just here to talk about it and kind of like recap our week in one video.
Hopefully. All right, so let's start with day one. I mean, we landed at the airport at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and we went straight to the hotel. We stayed at the Mandalay Bay because we figured that's where most of the events were going to be held. And to be honest, it worked perfectly.
Yeah, there were only a few that weren't held at the Mandalay Bay, and it was pretty easy to get to. There were shuttle buses from the Mandalay Bay or the Luxor that actually took you to those places, so it was pretty easy to get around. It was crowded like usual. CES is always a major event in Las Vegas. There were plenty of people there, so we had to do a lot of like crowd surfing our way through the crowds, but overall we had a great time.
We did.
So first day of CES, we had CES Unveiled, and unlike other years, this year didn't have a lot of like mobile tech, but we did see a lot of cosmetic tech, which Jen really loved.
Yeah, there was two beauty mirrors that were taking the vanity mirror with the lighting to a whole nother level. One of them had the vanity mirror on the top, and then the base of the mirror was actually a speaker that you could use almost like an Amazon Alexa. And the other one was way more sophisticated. It was through Lululab, and it's a two-step routine. So basically the first thing you do is you sit at the mirror, and it's a very large size mirror. It's not one of those smaller mirrors. And you sit, you get your face completely scanned.
I'm gonna take you through my top.
Also, I think it's important to note that the reason why we're filming a little bit late is because poor Jose has been on his deathbed with the CES flu. So, but in all seriousness, he did, even yesterday, his fever was like at 102.7. So we were definitely monitoring it to make sure we didn't have to go to the doctor. But he woke up a little better, fever's gone, and that's the type of dedication that here we have at Lux Tech Travel. Even if we are dying the day before, the very next day we'll make sure to shoot and create content for you.
Help.
But help me.
Help me.
But no, in all seriousness, the Lululab mirror was definitely way more sophisticated. It scanned your face for the major concerns that most of us have with skincare. So redness, pores, wrinkles, moisture in your skin. Then it basically, depending on how your face scans out, it prescribes a routine with the next step of their product, which is, it almost looks like a Sith Lord mask, to be 100% honest. It was so cool. And the mask then treats those conditions that you have. Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
It was very interesting. I loved it.
And they said that the whole set together was going to be marketing at about like $2,500.
I really like the fact that CES is more like, it's including women a lot more now, because
thank you.
I guess they realize they see that, you know, that the market is there for it now, you know,
because they know who's spending the money. Hello, it's us.
So they too started very early. We got up like 6 a.m. We got ourselves some coffee, and we immediately gathered at the LG conference, which was amazing.
Yeah.
LG had so many products to announce. A lot of their stuff had to do with artificial intelligence and connecting the home, and I don't know, it was just so interesting how it can actually like almost like read your mind. You're driving and the assistant actually tells you, hey, if you're feeling tired, I can do this for you, I can do that for you.
It almost got to the point where it was kind of creepy because
yeah, I was gonna say that.
the AI was like even suggesting in the video. And if you haven't, definitely be sure that you're subscribed to our Instagram and our Twitter, because we were actually live tweeting during the conference up to date. And one of them was the robot is suggesting that she goes on a date with this guy Mark, and she's like hesitant about it. And she's like, the robot is telling her, no, you need to get out, I'll schedule a date for you guys. Like, she's almost like your life coach. It was really interesting.
Yeah, and right after that, we went to TCL, and TCL was
Oh
excellent.
man, TCL blew our minds.
Oh,
Yeah.
TCL was excellent with their audio products, the televisions, and then last but not least, they introduced three new smartphones, three new Android smartphones, which our team, who we were with Gadget Beard and Phone Tech at Work, they were like astonished by it. They were taking pictures. But yeah, they completely changed the game. All their handsets are going to be under $500, and the
5G.
specs and 5G, and their specs they look pretty good. I mean, they're pushing these other tech companies to do some work and stay on top of their game, because they're coming after them big time. And yeah, after that we took a long break, and it was Pepcom time.
I had such a good time at Pepcom. I had, throughout the day, Alan from Phone Tech at Work was like, definitely Pepcom is going to be where it's going to be at. And it was. As soon as we walked in, first of all, I love the fact that they had a theme. This year, the theme was like groovy, peace and love. So as soon as you walked in, they gave us beads with a peace sign. There's hippies all around. And it was a really cool experience. And literally, as soon as you walked in, there was a whole bar of food. And at every corner of that area was a wet bar for you to have your cocktails. They had a signature CES cocktail, which was really tasty.
Which one? What was the name of it?
The CES signature cocktail.
See, duh. But anyway, somebody was there. We saw Board at Work. We saw Super Saf. We saw quite a few people there. Our first stop was the Zagg booth, and Jen took quite a liking to one of their products, so much so that she took her hand and used it as a
they have this
nail, kind of.
This goo, so to speak, and definitely we'll be having footage of that in the video here.
Oh, they're watching it right now as you talk.
That's true. And she was doing the demo, and she literally wrapped her hand in the goo and started hammering it with a mallet, and I was like, oh my god. And she's like, do you want to try? And me, I had already finished my first CES cocktail, so I'm feeling brave. I'm like, why not? So she wraps my hand in the goo, and she just literally goes to town with that mallet on my hand, and I felt nothing but just like slight pressure and vibrations. So definitely that technology that they have, that I know is with other companies as well, but Zagg's cases are all lined with it, I guess you would say.
I'd say that. Or their plastic is like molded from that stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so they all
I'm not sure how it works, but they incorporate that technology somehow.
The technology. So they incorporate that technology into their phone cases. So, I mean, I would definitely trust my phone in one of those if that's the kind of support and defense that they're providing.
Yeah, we also saw a Dyson competitor.
My goodness!
We have a Dyson hair dryer that we both use, and we paid a pretty penny for it. Dyson didn't give it to us. We never did a review on it because we didn't know there was such a market for this stuff. But man,
Teamco really came through. I didn't even like speak to them yet. It was literally at the corner of my eye. I saw, was like, hold up a second, is that a Dyson dryer? And as I get closer, I see the company's brand, and I'm like, wait a second, this really is very similar to the Dyson dryer. So I approached the gentleman there, and his name is Todd, really great person. He actually, gave me some demos, showed me, and explained the technology that with the dryer, because I use a dryer every single day, and Jose does too. I mean,
let's be
how
honest.
Do we keep this?
And I'm in the market.
The hair.
And I'm in the market for a Dyson vacuum. So when I saw their products, I was like, whoa, like maybe I could save some money, or maybe this is a better product. I mean, if they have maybe better technology than Dyson, I mean, you never know. So
Well,
I
what they
figured
do
it's
have
worth the
is
stop.
the displays are definitely more interactive and user friendly than the Dyson dryers, because the vacuum actually has like a color wheel on the front sensor, and it shows you when the vacuum is actually working. So it changes color. So when your vacuum is passing over a patch of your rug or your floor that is super dirty, the color changes to let you know, like, this is a very dirty spot. And
Yeah.
then once the dirt is gone, the color goes back to blue to let
It's
you know that area is clean, keep it moving.
it's so cool. And they also have like this new feature that it cleans its own filter. So
Oh,
as you'll see in the
yes.
video that we're probably showing you at this moment, you load the filter in the front. It's the
Yeah.
filter cleans itself. The vacuum cleaner cleans itself. It's just unbelievable. This is something that every household should probably own.
And I mean, I joked with the gentleman and I said, I was like, oh my God, so you mean I don't have to take the filter and bang it against the garbage can to clean it? Or
Yeah,
take it under the sink, you wet it,
yeah,
you try to wash it, you either A, mess it up, or B, now you have to wait for your filter to dry before you can continue to vacuum the next section of your house.
yeah. Those days are over, or maybe not. I don't know,
The
depending on the
future is
price.
now.
The future is now. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. So that was the end of day number 2. Day 3, CES begun. We got an early start. We got breakfast, and we headed down to the shuttle bus area where we took the bus to the Las Vegas Convention Center. As soon as we got there, ooh, plenty of people there. We made our way through the robotics section.
There's actually 2 companies that we're going to be featuring in our next few videos. Catalyst came through, and they actually gave us a case that we are super eager to try out when we go on our honeymoon to St. Lucia, because it's a waterproof case and it has the lanyard band already attached to it, so you don't have to worry about those aquatic activities. Catalyst, we got you.
We spoke to people at Element. Their cases are heavy duty. I'm going to reach out to them and see if we can review some of their products.
I'm trying to drop test one of those. I already told them straight up. I was like, listen, your company is one of the ones that I definitely want to use for a drop test video. So they were very interested in that, and we'll be reaching out to marketing with them
soon. We had a long, rough day on the first day of CES, as you can see.
And then we finished with the new mobile event, which was really great and very nice of them to host us. They held it at the Flour and Barley Pizza Parlor right on by the Link in Vegas, and we got to meet their new head of marketing, which is Paige. She's super cool, very down to earth.
Super cool. Yep.
And you know, we got to link up with Gadget Beard. We linked up with Alan from Phone Tech at Work. Rob from
RP3 Tech Reviews.
RP3 Tech Reviews,
which was there with us that whole time. Excellent guy. TK.
Zagg. TK was there.
TK was there.
He's a trip, man. Hilarious. This is my first time meeting him.
TK is funny. But yeah, we had a great time. We left New Mobile just in time to go to our hotel, pack up, and get ready for our long flight home. And as soon as I got home,
we literally left the New Mobile event, grabbed our suitcases, and took the red eye back home. Oh my God. It was a long day. Long day, but you know what? We pushed through. The sheer just excitement of this being my first time at CES, the adrenaline just kept me going, because I was like, oh my God, what else are we going to see? What else is going to happen? And just the environment in itself, like, there's just like this like electricity. Everybody else is excited. You see all these people raving about their products. You see all the people interacting with it. I love that there's so many interactive displays. It's not just like a case, oh look, this is a new device. Like, come and interact with it. Try these devices out. Get excited about it. Get excited about the progress that people are making in the tech world. Now they're definitely taking more into consideration the design elements and like the aesthetics of their devices and their gadgets and products.
And that's what we're about.
And exactly, that's exactly what we're
that's
about.
what we love about products.
Like, yes, we do love
Attention.
a good, clear, protective case, but we're more interested in what is going to be design based.
Attention to detail. It's so important, and it's taken for granted sometimes.
Yes, our devices are our accessories, and that's one of the things that I talked about with a lot of these vendors is how we're taking into consideration that our phones, our AirPods, our watches are now, yes, they're tech, but they're also a part of our accessories for our outfits. And I change my case almost every day. Depending on what outfit I have, that's the case I'm going to use. Depending on what activity I'm going to be doing, what environment I'm going to be in, I want my case and I want my devices to match that atmosphere. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a special couples edition. It's so hard to get him to come onto camera.
Glad I could make it. I probably look horrible. I'm super sick still. But I just wanted to be in front of the camera and just let you guys know that I am still here.
He exists.
And Jen does
He's
such
not
a great
fake,
job.
I promise. But thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And get ready for a lot of new content. Peace. Good job, honey.